Yeah.
All right, Raquel, I think we are good to go ahead and start if you want to kick us off.
Absolutely. What a fitting conversation to segue us into today's Tat Chat. So, my name is Raquel Collier. I am president of Caliber Real Estate, a development firm in town, but I'm also the outreach chair of the 10 at the Top board. So, excited to be here with you all today. I'm just going to share a little bit of updates that we have for 10 at the Top, and then we'll roll right into our discussion for today. So, for those of you who are new to our Tech Chats, we began these virtual meetings in April 2020, right at the start of COVID. And it continues to be a great platform for sharing information and resources here in the upstate, often from across the entire state. I encourage you all to put your name and organizations in the chat. Feel free to connect with each other while we're on this call. Though we're still not quite 3 months into the new year, things have already been busy for us at 10 at the Top. To date, we've conducted 17 regional engagements with a total of 372 participants. So thank God that it was before the SEC tournament. We were able to get some of these participants out there. We have another busy month coming up here in March. On the 25th of this month, we'll be hosting our Upstate Downtown Academy in the city of Gaffney. We only have a few spots remaining for this event, so if any of you here are interested, I suggest you go ahead and register today. Celeste will be putting a link in the chat for you to follow up on that. The recent spring weather is getting us excited for one of our signature events, which is coming up in less than 2 months. Please be sure to join us for TAT annual Blues, Brews, and Barbecue event on May 8th. This year, we will be holding the event in the city of Fountain Inn. Currently, TAT founders receive um, complimentary tickets with a number of tickets depending on your funding level. The information for redeeming tickets has been sent to our primary contact within each partner organization. If you are not a current TAT member or a TAT partner, the tickets are $35. And Celeste will be putting the link for that in the chat as well. 10 at the Top is very fortunate to have a generous and loyal group of funding partners. In 2024, we added 16 new funding partners, including two brand new leadership level partners. So far in 2025, we have already added three new partners. So you can see the list of our leadership level partners on the presentation slide. And Celeste will be adding a link to the chat with a list of our more than 100 funding partners. Excited to see who in the community is involved with TAT. Sorry. If your organization or business is not a current funding partner, don't worry. We always have room for one or two more. One perk of being a 10 at the Top funding partner is an invitation to join our quarterly pizza and networking events, which are sponsored by Parker Poe. Our next pizza and networking event is on March 27th at Metro Connect's office near the Donaldson Center. Our featured guest is Liz Griffith with SC Tech and ITIC. Celeste is adding the link for that as well in the tab. In the chat. I'm sorry, Tat and chat are sending me back and forth. Now it is my pleasure to introduce and welcome Jeff Brown, a member of the 10 at the Top board of directors and the president of the Greenville Drive. The Drive are currently celebrating their 20th season in the upstate in 2025. And we appreciate Jeff for taking the time to join us to share about the upcoming year. So, welcome, Jeff. Once Jeff is done, Dean will come and lead a Q&A so we can all ask questions that we have for Jeff. But we encourage you all to go ahead and drop any questions that you have in advance in the chat box. That way we can filter through them and make sure everybody's question gets asked. So with that, thank you all for listening to some of the updates we have, and I'll pass it off to Jeff.
Awesome. Only easy questions though. That was part of the deal I did with Dean. So Dean, is it best if I just hit the share button and just
Yes,
share my screen?
you
Okay.
can share your screen and just go right to the slides you've got.
All right, you guys can see this?
Yeah, you just have to put it in display mode.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, off and going. Well, first, just thank you to Dean and Justine and David and everyone for the opportunity. I mean, I always jump at these opportunities. I mean, this is our 20th year in the community as an organization, which is hard to believe. In a lot of ways, that's been 2 decades, 2 decades here, but it's been just an incredible journey for my family, for our Drive family, to be part of the upstate and to have the growth of the Drive and the community at the same time. And you'll see it in my slides that I go through, the story of, I mean, there's a lot of different aspects to the business, but above all else, our success has been built on relationships more than anything. And I mean, I'm looking at the people in the audience, and there's so many current relationships and friends that are watching this. So I mean, that's the key aspect more than anything, is the level of community commitment, the collaboration, just everybody in the community rallying together. And then we have a unique business that we're able to be kind of a unifier in a lot of ways that brings people together. So to be here for 2 years or 2 decades and to be celebrating this year is something that's really special for us, and something that the sport that we'll never take for granted. The arc of this presentation, and I always feel free to, I know you guys will ask questions as we go. I mean, you feel free to interrupt me too if you want me to stop and talk in more detail about some things. There's kind of a combination of history in this and kind of brand information, how we go to market, and then specific to 25 planning and our anniversary and the like. And whenever I get a chance, like a platform like this, to talk to folks, I always jump at it because, I mean, yeah, the literal nature of our business is baseball. We're a high A affiliate of the Red Sox. We're a minor league baseball team, but really the magic of our organization is, in the line that I use kind of in more presentations than any, is that this has been and always will be about so much more than baseball. And as I go through this story, I mean, the first page, our mission as an organization. It's about using baseball to get people's attention, but then it's about the impact that we can have with the platform in the community. And, it is about fun. It is about creating an incredibly fun experience for everybody that comes through the gates. It is about providing a customer service fan experience that we feel is kind of unrivaled in the industry. And then it's about what we can do with the programs, with the events, with the relationships, to really make a meaningful impact on the community and to make our community a better place, a stronger community, and the like. And the subhead of this slide is the front porch of the community for 20 years. That's something that the newspaper referred to us as the front porch of the community back in kind of the early 2010s. And background on our family, we're kind of from Michigan in the Northeast and didn't quite understand the symbolism of the front porch in the South. So it was a little confusing when it first came out, but once we understood really what that meant and the meaning behind what the front porch kind of means to the community, and it's a place to gather and celebrate and work together and kind of spotlight important community initiatives. If that was the role that we were carving out in the hearts and minds of people in the community, we love that positioning, and it's something that we've kind of wrapped our arms around as an organization. The history piece, and again, I'm sure there's some that are familiar with this, some that are new to the community. So I always like to kind of go back to the beginning so people kind of understand how this all started. For the lifers, for the upstate lifers, I mean, the Braves were here for 20 years in the late 80s and 90s, early 2000s. And, we came to town in that same kind of early 2000 time period when the Braves kind of shifted out of the community. And, there was an opportunity in that 2004, 2005 time period to, we were one of three bids that made a pitch for baseball in the upstate. One was out in Greer, one location was in Greer, one was in Malden at the old Brave Stadium where Greenville Little League plays now at Conisty, and then the other, our bid was downtown, down in the West End. And it's kind of easy to look at what it looks like now, but one of Knox's favorite quotes is, everybody wanted baseball to come back, but about 75% of the community thought putting baseball in downtown in the West End was one of the dumbest ideas, imaginable. And there was a lot of kind of skepticism, I guess you could say. And but we kind of pushed forward and won the bid to really the upstate territory, Greenville, Spartanburg, Anderson in 2005. Broke ground in 2005, and in a 10-month period opened what was West End Field in April 2006. So that was an incredibly intense 10-month period to get the ballpark built and to get to opening day. But something that we kind of look back on, and it's incredible to think of how it all came to be. The bottom part is interesting. Again, I don't know how much people understand this, but we 100% own the stadium and own the drive. That was a key part of the bid, that there was no public money attached to the proposal and the like. The biggest part of that is that, our success as an organization, because we own the stadium, because we fully own the drive, and for business owners that are on this call, you'll understand, but our success as an organization is 100% tied to the operating success of the business of the stadium. So we have to, that's how we finance the business. And that's why we're so committed to, the events, the programs, making sure that the stadium is in use kind of every single day of the year from a community standpoint, because it kind of has to be based on the model, and the like. This is, I'm a marketer by trade. And when you look at the kind of the 20-year journey that we've been on and what the footprint, these are two identical pictures, 20 years separated. The shot of the West End in 2005 before the ballpark got here. The development had started in Greenville at that point, but Falls Park had just been built, but you didn't come to the West End, and to see the ballpark at the center of the development in the area. I mean, what's happening now is kind of far exceeded kind of anybody's expectations, and it's way more than us. I mean, the collaboration, the public-private partnership, the support of the community kind of every day has been, really incredible. And we take, really the awards and recognition that are on this page, all the way back to, it was Ballpark of the Year in 2006 when we were first built, to Fluor attaching their name to, it was West End Field and then became Fluor Field in 2008. The Bolded Award, the Johnson Award, that minor league baseball at the time back in 2017 had 160, so 159 other Greenville drives around the country, and they select one each year to kind of identify as the most kind of successful franchise in the country, not to do with wins and losses, 100% to do with community stability, impact, franchise stability, and the like. And for the drive to have been recognized for that award, that's something that the whole community takes pride in, the whole upstate takes pride in, because that's not our award, that's the community's award. And the same thing with the top high A franchise the last couple of years. I mean, the recognition piece is something that it's not why we do what we do, but it validates kind of the direction of the franchise and the community support every day, which has been really incredible for us. Kind of leaning into that impact piece a little bit more. And again, I'm sure there's different levels of familiarity, with the area around the ballpark and the impact and the like. And I'm a numbers guy too. So when you look at what the stadium has done from an energy standpoint in the West End, and the activity and the development and the number of new buildings that have come, the number of new businesses that have come, the economic impact of the stadium. Again, it's so much more than baseball. It's really just the energy, the collaboration, the life it's brought to the community. And that's what energizes us every day, is being able to kind of give back and then see the impact that the stadium continues to have on the community. It's been pretty incredible. One thing you'll always hear me talk about, and it goes back to the operating model of the business, is, again, because we own the drive, because we own Fluor Field, the operating success of the business is what sustains us every year. And what that means for us is you have to use the stadium. There has to be activity every single day, and there has to be an investment in the quality of the product to keep the product fresh every single day. So what this slide kind of shows is really a kind of our two-pronged way of how we take the take that approach. I mean, the commitment to continuous improvement on the left side of this slide goes all the way back to the initial stadium construction. There really